So today we're going to be talking to Dr. Schmidt, who is running for state office. Dr. Schmidt, why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and what you're running for.
Like I said, my name is Dr. Schmidt. I'm running as a Republican in the 116th district. That district is located in southwestern Illinois. I grew up in Belleville, Illinois, went to undergraduate at SIUE, Edwardsville, then went over to Logan Chiropractic School in Chesterfield and finished up my bachelor's degree and then the doctorate degree from Logan. So.
Cool. So give us, if you don't mind, just to help people, because not everybody's always familiar with the districts. What are some of the major cities that are in the middle of the 116th?
Well, so the 116th borders St. Louis. Of course, that's in Missouri. But so part of it is the St. Louis metropolitan area. That's where I'm located. That would be in the northwestern part of the district. If you go down into the district a little more, you're looking at Columbia, Waterloo, Redbud, part of Chester's in it, part of DuQuoin, part of Pinckneyville. Those are the bigger, well, they're not really big, but the communities within the district. So
Doctor, one of the things I'd love to hear about from our doctors, from chiropractic physicians is, what prompted you to become a chiropractic physician? What started your whole doctor of chiropractic career?
Well, it kind of stumbled into it. So I was doing undergraduate at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, and my roommate was a year older than me, a year more advanced in school at Edwardsville there, and he was looking into chiropractic and going to a program called Slice of Logan, which was an introduction to the school. And he didn't have a vehicle to drive there, so he asked me to drive him there. So I did. I was pre-dental at the time, and so I drove my roommate there, and I sat through their program, and I decided, you know what? Why not try out undergraduate at Logan, and if I like it, then I'll go into the doctorate program. And I liked it. So I decided to go into the doctorate program, and that's kind of how I got into it. And I'm glad I made that choice.
Very cool. So how long have you been in practice then?
I've been in practice for 13 years now.
Okay.
2006 is when I graduated from Logan.
All right. Very good. So, all right, you've been in practice for those 13 years. And what prompted you to run for office now? What prompted you to run for the House at this point?
Well, so I've always had a personal interest in politics, probably since I was 12, 13 years old. Kind of a side interest. And basically, after being in business for 13 years and listening to all my patients and listening to what's happening in the state of Illinois, I decided it would be a good idea for somebody like myself with some business knowledge and healthcare knowledge to run for this state representative spot. I think the state of Illinois needs a lot of help. I think people on both sides of the aisle would agree with that statement. So especially anybody looking at the credit rating that we have. So that's pretty much what steered me that way.
Okay, so now most of our audience, of course, is going to be chiropractic physicians, Illinois Chiropractic Society members, and those who watch our information that we provide. So why don't you tell us what would be your top 3 legislative priorities in general?
As far as I would say non-healthcare related issues, the top 3 would be number 1 would be our fiscal health and taxes. Most likely the best, well, one of the, I would say the elephant in the room is the pension crisis. So if we can have some pension reform, I think that would help with tax relief. along with just consolidating and making things much more efficient. The other two issues would be more social issues. As far as abortion goes, I'm not in favor of the current state where they're allowed to have an abortion all the way up to the day of pregnancy, or the day of birth, sorry. And then gun rights, I'd like to get rid of the FOID card, have the state be a little bit more constitutionally sound when it comes to the Second Amendment. So those three issues: abortion, gun rights. Number one would be taxes, though, and the fiscal health of the state overall. I think the taxes are what's number one reason why people are leaving the state, along with businesses and everything else.
Okay. So then let me ask you this, because we're all in the healthcare field, what do you think your priority, where do you think your priority would be for healthcare?
Well, as far as healthcare goes, I think equal reimbursement for services offered is number one for me. Whether you're a massage therapist or a chiropractor or a physician's assistant or a medical doctor or even a neurosurgeon, I think if you're performing a procedure that, say it's labeled XYZ, just a generic XYZ, I think everybody should be reimbursed equal for that. And currently we're not. And chiropractic is on the lower end of reimbursement there. And I just don't think it's fair that we're performing the same work but being paid less. So equality and reimbursement, I'd say, be the number one issue across the spectrum in healthcare. So.
Very good. So, we were talking before really we started the interview process, and it's been a long time since we've had a chiropractic physician run for a state office. So I just want to commend you for stepping out and taking that leap and starting your campaign for the 116th. So if someone would want to find out more about your campaign, where can they go to find out some more information about your campaign?
Well, www.schmidt4illinois.com is the website. And then Schmidt for Illinois is the Facebook page. You can watch some videos and look at my stances a little more there. But those two avenues, my website, and it's all Schmidt for Illinois. So pretty easy to find. If you go to Facebook, it can link you to the website or vice versa. And that's where you could find out more about my political side.
Very good. Thank you, Doctor. We thank you for the time today. We thank you for, again, for looking to serve at a statewide or a state level. And so, again, thank you for your service. And we look forward to following your campaign.
Thank you.